So, what are we doing today? What we're doing today is we're going to learn a strategy on how to become expert spellers. Now, do you think it's important to know how to spell words? And to know how to spell a lot of different type of words?
Yes.
Yes? Why do you think it's important to know how to spell lots of different types of words? Because what do you use words for? What do you use words for?
For reading.
For reading. And what else do you have to know how to spell words for? Besides a spelling test. We're not talking about a spelling test. But besides that, what else do you need it for?
A sentence.
Exactly. Very good. You need it to write sentences with. Okay? Now, the second question I have is, how many students, who can tell me, raise your hand, okay? Who can tell me how many kids are in the classroom?
23.
You have 23 kids in here? And who can tell me, raise your hand, who can tell me how many teachers are in the classroom? Yes?
1.
1. So you don't have 23 teachers. So you don't, each student doesn't have a teacher, right? For each of you?
1.
So when you need help, can you count on the teacher 100% of the time? No. So this strategy is going to help you help yourself. Okay? So that's why you really want to pay attention, because this is going to be very beneficial. That means it's going to be very important to you. So I'm going to just introduce the two terms to you. Okay? So when I point, I'm going to say it, and then you're going to say it after me. Sounding out.
Sounding out.
Okay? And then plus,
Plus.
cover,
Cover.
copy,
Copy.
compare.
Compare.
And so I don't have to keep saying the same words over and over again. Sounding out is going to be called so. Okay? And cover, copy, compare is going to be called CCC. Okay? So anytime you're supposed to do this strategy, we're going to go CCC. And anytime you're supposed to sound something out, you're supposed to be so. That means, did I do it? Okay? So keep telling yourself that. Oh, but you know what? This is important, but something else happened today that was really important. I heard that there was an assembly for what? For STAR students. And I heard Mrs. Ralston say that some of you guys might be able to write about STAR students. Who are the STAR students in the classroom today? Wow, well, congratulations. Very good. Okay? So, I want to write about STAR student, but you know what? I'm not sure how to spell STAR student. Some of you might, and some of you might not. This is why when you're in the classroom, you're a family and you work as a team, right? And that's why we do a lot of partner talking and group sharing, right? So, I want to know how to spell STAR student, but I'm going to use the so method, okay? So, turn to a partner, and when you're turning to your partner, this is what you're doing.
I don't have a partner.
Wait, that's okay. So, you're thinking of, we're going to concentrate on the word STAR first, okay?
Jasmine doesn't have a
Okay, if you don't have a partner, okay, sweetheart, you want to come up closer? And you can join this group right here, okay? It's very quick. So, with your partners, you're going to discuss the letters that you think are going to make up, and you're my cameraman, right? Yeah. And you guys are going to think of the letters that you think are in the word STAR. So how many letters do you think are going to be in the word STAR? Okay, no, don't tell me. Talk to your partner. This is time to talk to your partner. Okay. Okay, let's turn around, back to the front. Okay, so I'm going to talk to this little group right here. So when you guys discuss the word STAR, about how many letters do you think is going to be in the word STAR? So this group right here. What do you guys think? Do you want to watch somebody else do it? Do you want to do this group here? How many letters do you think are in the word?
4.
4. Okay. So I'm going to put up 4 sticky notes or squares. Okay. And it doesn't matter if it's straight or not. Okay. So what do you think is going to be the first letter? Trying to get to everybody. Yes. S. So can everybody make the S sound? So we're going to put S. Okay, see how they're not quite together yet. Now, this is an easier word, but this comes in really handy when you're doing harder words, okay? What do you think is going to be the next letter that's going to come? Somebody who hasn't had a turn. Yes.
T?
Yes. So can you make the T sound for me? Okay. What do you think is going to be the next sound?
A.
Okay, so I heard an R and I heard an A. So which one do you guys think it is? A. Okay, and then
R.
okay, now R is important because it's not right? It's like how a dog growls. It's Okay, now we're going to sound it out. Now, this is when you sound out something, it stays in your head. Like, you know, like when you listen to a favorite song and it stays in your head and it kind of stays with you for a long time. That's what we want spelling to do. We don't want, spelling is not just, oh, I learned the word and I'm going to write it on my test. That's it, I'm done with it. It needs to come back over and over again for when you write in your journals, do your book reports and so forth, right? So let's have, what's your name, sweetheart? Who wants to come up? Let me have a volunteer who wants to come up to help me to do this. Okay, let's have you come up here. You can leave your jacket on the floor. Okay. So, you're going to sound out each letter, and then I'm going to have you put some words closer together, and then you're going to sound them out again. And then a third step is when we're going to put everything together, and then then the whole class is going to say the word. And not only that, but I bet you'll never forget how to spell the word star after today. Okay, so when I point to the letter, you make the sound, and if you want to help him, you can. Very good. Now, can you put the S and the T together? You can put it lower, because I'm taller than you are. Here you go. Go ahead and put it a little bit lower. Now, make them neighbors. Really close together. Like, make it one. There you go. Now, can you do, very good. What's this sound? Now, do the same thing with the A and the R, but leave a little gap. So put it right here. Now they're neighbors, but they're not quite together yet. Okay, there we go. So now what does this sound make? R. Okay, now we're going to erase. Now you're going to put these letters right next to those letters. Bring them together to make one word. And now we have our word. Star. You spelled it by yourself without Mrs.
Robinson.
Okay, and we can do the same thing with any word, easy or hard. That is called the so method. Now, Mrs. Ralston, thank you so much. You can go have a seat. If somebody comes to you and says, oh, can you spell this and this for me? So Mrs. Ralston can tell you, so, that means, did you sound it out?
Yeah.
And you better show her some proof on a paper, like either using sticky notes or something, and then if she sees that you sound it out, because she's going to go like this, she's going to go, so, and then you're going to go, oh, did I sound it out? Because I better have something to tell her, proof that I sounded it out. Okay, so far so good?
Yeah.
All right, now, the second part of this strategy is called cover. Can you say cover?
Cover,
Copy, compare. What this is that there's different ways we can do this. Normally, the R fell. That's okay. So you could get a piece of paper and fold it in 3 going down. So what's the fancy word for going the long way, going up and down? Does anybody know the fancy word? Starts with the V. Yes.
Vertical.
Vertical. Ooh, we have some really sharp kids in here. Okay. So then on the paper, and you can have this always at your seat. You can stick it right into your journals. Okay. And you can have as many as you need. And you can even use this method to help you study for your spelling test or word study. Okay, so you can, first section is cover, copy, compare. So I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to have a volunteer come up and do one. Okay, so since this is the first time you guys are learning about CCC, okay, so I'm going to, I like this word. The word is, and this is a word I know a lot of, do they use the word party a lot?
Yeah.
And is it spelled right 100% of the time? Nope. So here's my word, and it is party. So let's take a good look at it. Can you say party?
Party.
Now, the method we're talking about, we're going to add so to it. Okay? So it's going to be actually cover, so, copy, compare. Okay? So I saw the word party, and actually I'm going to just have people to help me. I'm going to have you guys help me. So I saw that, and now I'm going to, what's this say? Cover. So the word, you write it out, or you write it out on your paper, and then you cover it, or you turn it back. So now it's gone. Now you're going to sound out. Okay? So do you guys remember how many letters were in it?
Yeah.
How many letters were in the word? Do you remember?
6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. Par. Let's take a look at it again. You're allowed to look at it because you don't know how to spell it yet. You're teaching yourself. Okay? 5. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to cover it. And now we're going to, right in the middle of CCC, we're going to do so. So, party. What is the first letter you hear?
P.
Okay, so let me have somebody new. Come over here, sweetheart. Let me put this a little bit lower. Janisa? Oh, I love that name. So pretty. Okay. So, you saw, she's going to be our little experiment here. Okay? Now you saw the word. Do you remember how to spell it? Okay, do your best on how to spell it. So now she's copying, but she's copying from here. Okay, so go ahead and spell each word on each. Okay? Doesn't this make spelling really fun too?
She knows about the words.
Okay.
T.
Wow. I don't know if she got it right or not. What does she have to do next? She has to. So what you do is then you take out your word, and does it match with the word you sounded out?
Yeah.
Exactly. So guess what? Did she get it right?
Yeah.